Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to properly tension your winch. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Tensioning your winch allows your winch line to be tight to the drum, but also tight to the rest of the winch line. If you spool up a loose winch line, there's a chance that your cable could get stuck between the other cables. I don't know if you've ever experienced something where you're winding something up and then when you go to unwind it, it's jammed in itself. And that's what can happen with your winch. In order to avoid that and other problems, you want to make sure that you pre-tension your winch. Now this is something that's best done on like a slight incline, but if you don't have an area like that, you can go across flat ground and you can apply your parking brake slightly or have somebody sit inside and apply the brakes to give it some tension. You want to make sure that you've got a good load on there. That way it'll pull everything nice and tight. Now while you're doing this, you also want to align your cable correctly on the drum. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do all that in just a minute. So the first thing we're going to do is put our winch into free spool and pull our cable out. Now, if you're winching off a tree, you always want to make sure that you use some sort of strap or a tree saver. This is a 3-inch tree saver I picked up on Amazon. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description down below. But you never want to choke a tree with your winch cable. So now that we're all rigged up and secure, we're going to go ahead and put our transfer case into neutral and release the parking brake. Now when you do this, it will want to roll if you're doing it on a hill, so be prepared for it to roll backwards slightly. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glove up. We want to think about safety. You never know what's going to enter your hands through the winch cable. It is a brand new winch cable, but that doesn't mean it hasn't picked up anything off the ground where we're working with it. Now normally with your winch line, you would want to stay far away from it while you're winching, but when you're tensioning your winch, you're not putting enough load on it for it to be an issue. So when it comes to running your line in and lighting it all up, you can do it with just one person, that's fine. You can run your remote while you're moving your cable back and forth. I like to have free hands, 2 free hands, so I always try to get an assistant to help me whenever I can. All right, go ahead, in. So while we're doing this, we want to make sure that we're moving the cable from side to side on the winch, making sure that it's tight and butted up with the last wind on the winch. Pause, stop. So once you get down to the last 10 feet or so, that's when you can go ahead and disconnect everything and wind it back up into the winch by hand. Chances are you're going to be pulling out more than 10 feet of cable at a time when you need to winch. So we're not as worried about the last 10 feet. Make sure you set your parking brake before you disconnect your cable. Now when you do disconnect your winch line, you still want to make sure that you hold some tension on it by hand So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull on the line pretty tight. I'm going to winch out and disconnect and then winch back in. And just like that, you're all pre-tensioned and ready to go. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Click one of these videos over here. Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Can you do it while you're not hitching your nose?
My nose is scratchy.
Oh, okay.